Good morning, road crew. Welcome back. Hopefully y'all are doing well today. We're back here on the markets again for a new day. Checking out what we got for today, seeing if there's anything we can jump into today. Just kind of setting up the charts. Yeah, just hanging out really. Nothing really much happened yesterday. Kind of a little bit of a fake out breakout to the upside. We started to look at it, but it ended up actually breaking down after the fact and kind of just running sideways throughout. But yeah, nothing really much happening over the weekend. Yeah, we're back. We're ready to do some more trading. Live streaming from the cold front here, trying to not freeze, I guess, as we're jumping into this, seeing what we got. Got all the heaters on here in Texas. It's pretty cold. I think it's like 19 or so. It's supposed to warm back up today, but just over the weekend it's been pretty cold here. So we've been freezing our butts off. For Texans, I guess we've been freezing our butts off. Just cold weather, honestly. We actually did end up getting a little bit of snow, not a whole lot, mostly just sheets of ice made. It kind of looks like snow, but it's really just like, I don't know, like an inch or so of ice, so pretty thick layer. Yeah, but Baxter, stay down, sit. But yeah, that's what we've been dealing with this weekend. So we're hoping to jump in, maybe make a little trade here on the market, get a little money off of it. We'll see as we jump in. We'll have to run through the battle box here, run through some different things. The dogs are in here, so sorry about that in advance. They're kind of going crazy this morning for whatever reason. Normally during the live stream, they're just sleeping around somewhere in my room, but today they're going crazy. So yeah, we'll jump in here, see what we got, see what we can jump into, just set up our charts in general, and yeah, we're gonna use our Kubota system for all of that. So we might as well head on over if it's gonna open. Here we go. Our Kubota battle box system is right here. This is actually already open, but if you head to Kubota.com, you can check out our website. We got a couple different things on here. The main thing though is our session control right here. So this is, I wouldn't say the heart of our indicator type educational site here. But it is one of the main things here that you can do. So every day you kind of sign in like this. Make sure you get on the asset that you want. So today we're going to be looking at Bitcoin for most of the live stream. Look at Bitcoin, hit initiate calibration. It's going to pop up with some different levels down here that you can use. And then you're just going to go ahead and basically just copy the indicator data here. And then go back to the chart here. And using our indicator, which is also on our website, the Kubota Battle Box renderer, hit the settings here and paste the data string you just got right into there, and that'll populate it on your chart. So now you have updated levels. Have updated levels on here, all ready to go. Nice and neat. Just the way we like it. So the levels are actually the same as the ones on the website. So if we head on over to the website, hey, sorry. If you head on over to the website, you can see the different levels here. So we got red as the daily resistance, green's breakout trigger, purple's another breakdown trigger, and then we got the blue as daily support, which is actually behind me, so you can kind of see it down there below me now on the screen. But those are the same as on the chart. So if we head back to the chart, you'll see we got the red up here. That's our daily resistance there. Break up trigger right here is in green. And then below that, we got the, well, actually, we got blue, I guess, next. But in the order on the site, we got the breakdown trigger, which is in purple here. And then right above that in blue is the daily support. So a couple different levels here on the chart that we got all set up now. The other levels on the chart that you see with the little blocks, and then also this is going to be your your POC, and then also different support and resistances for the higher time frames. So some of the time frames like the 1 hour or the 4 hour are all on there. So yeah, we got those on there. And now our charts are basically set up. So that's really all you have to do with the Kuroda system. Just kind of jump on there, hit a few buttons, and your chart's all set up and ready to go for the day. And really now the basics of the system are you just got to wait for it to either clear this green line or clear this purple line. And you want that 2 closes on the 15-minute, which is the one we're on. And then you want to retest on the 5. Back up to it before you take it to whatever direction. So if we break up to the green one, you're taking it up, and then if you break down on the purple one, you're going to break down and continue the trade down. So that's the basics of our system. There's a little bit more that goes into it. Obviously, the different lines are different, you know. But that's the basics there. So that's all you really need to know, all you really need to jump in and do. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and set those up and kind of check them out. The other cool thing that you can do with our website is, and we'll head back there, is after you copy the indicator data here, you can just go ahead and click on this green box here that says Launch BattleBox AI. It'll copy the command for you, and you just hit Proceed to Terminal. And this will actually open up our GPT, which I would say is the heart of our system here on Kuroda. Basically, this is an AI that we've kind of trained with our knowledge. So you can just go ahead and ask it a bunch of different questions, and it'll be able to kind of just guide you and help you along, kind of show you some stuff that maybe we know, or just answer some questions you might have. It's really just here as a 24/7 kind of like educational mentor style thing on here. So you can just ask it a question, it'll let you know, and then obviously you can just improve in your trading that way. But to start it off, you're going to have to paste the prompt basically from the BattleBox or from the Kuroda.com site and paste it in here, and that'll get it started. Basically, that just keeps the AI live and in the right market and knowing like where price is at and everything. We've tried it more live just by itself, like going out and grabbing the chart and stuff, but for some reason it likes to revert to like random times. So like you might get it to work at first, and then all of a sudden it'll say, oh, Bitcoin's at 60K, or it looks like we're going to 120 or something, and you're like, what is going on? And then you find out, oh, it's really talking about like 6 months ago, or like it's just random. So it's better off, you're better off to just input some of the data, and it kind of can use that to kind of see where we're at and see what's going on. And then you can also send screenshots and stuff like that. That'll help it too. But just having that basis of the kind of where the chart's at right now, all from our website, kind of helps it just, be more accurate and stuff like that. But yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at today. So we got our DMR here now populated in. So you can see we got our snapshot there, daily bias, higher time frame triggers. So kind of what's going on the higher time frames, price map for today. And then you can see how it's likely to behave. A bunch of different things here on the DMR. We're going to kind of run through it here as we're kind of waiting. Typically, you can kind of see the market starting to move, but typically you don't see any kind of big trades before 8:30, 8:45 kind of area. So we'll kind of sit around here and wait for a little bit. We'll watch price action. Not too much happening as of this second, but it is definitely something that you want to be keeping your eye on. And we can pop back in there just because we want to make sure that we don't start seeing it break up or break down, you know. So we got our eye on it, but we're going to go ahead and check out our DMR here. So the snapshot for today is that BTC is trading around 88,000, which is modestly above the session anchor price at 87,000, 823. You're also opening inside the prior 24-hour value area, which is the inside banded opening location in value, which doesn't really matter. Usually that means that the market is still in business as usual discovery rather than urgent directional movement. In this environment, the day tends to reward traders who let price show intent because rotation and false starts are common before anything real develops. So essentially, we want to kind of make sure that as we're trading today, we're waiting, not jumping in early. We're waiting for price to actually confirm what it's going to do. Show us kind of what we're looking at and what's going on there, and then we'll jump in when price tells us to, basically. So the model is leaning short today with a negative 0.23 score and 23 confidence, which is a soft pressure signal, not permission. Mild short pressure makes sense because you're sitting low below the 24-hour point of control and the 88,000 by roughly 179.6 points, and the broader backdrop includes the weekly force, which is bearish, while the daily and 4-hour trends are still labeled in range. Other words, there is bearish context overhead, but the market is still structurally contained enough that it can chop before it chooses. Separation permission is currently hold fire with requirements still remaining. We still got to get the 15-minute break and closes, and then the 5-minute retest. So we'll kind of be watching it here as it develops. Higher time frame picture. So we'll actually jump on over to the chart and head to these higher time frames here as we read them. So moving on to that 4-hour here. On the 4-hour, the structure is still in a range with a slip score of 0, which is another way of saying directional energy is not being expressed cleanly yet. That's why first moves can be traps here. Range conditions frequently test both sides before committing. So we don't have any kind of slope score happening yet, so we really just kind of want to sit around. We're not showing any kind of directional change as of yet, so we're just sitting around waiting, seeing what the price is going to tell us for today. Heading on to that 1 hour. On the 1 hour, the market is boxed by clear shelves. The 1 hour resistance at 88,999 with a strength score of 0.6, and the 1 hour support at 87,746, also with a strength score of 0.6. They're not just numbers, they're the nearest truth test for the market. Either accepts higher lows or rejects them and snaps back into balance. So essentially we got even scores there, so it's not looking like we're really going to take either one as of just like reading the chart there. It's just kind of where's price going to go, and we'll just follow it when it goes there, you know. Ooh, excuse me. Had to change out the coffee mug today. It's so cold here, like coffee, you know, normally during the live, like end of the live, my coffee's getting a little chilly. Well, at least during the winter months. But lately, I've been sitting in here and my coffee gets cold in like 10 minutes. So I decided to go with a little more insulated cup, and it keeps the coffee cold a little bit, or keeps the coffee hot a little bit longer. so I don't have to be drinking cold coffee in here, which is nice, you know, when it's like 19 degrees outside. So it's nice to have a nice little warm cup of Joe. Excuse me. Let's see. We can go ahead and check out how price is likely to behave today. So we'll jump on back to our GPT here. All right, so for the GPT, the value gravity 24-hour POC at 88,000 is the magnet, where prices near it chop is common because both sides can transact without being wrong. The value edges are the volume area high at 87,741 and the volume area low at 87,741 and the volume area high at 88,612. The edges matter because acceptance outside them is what truly turns rotation into trend day potential. So once we get past those, that's where we're going to see the trades actually happening. For that, it's really just ranging. The boundaries are the volume area high and volume area low. And decision trigger is basically just when we get the 50-minute closes above and then the 5-minute retest there. So today we're likely to behave with rotation first, clarity second. That usually looks like price revisiting the POC and flirting with the edge values, and only deciding whether it has enough participation to expand. The ATR is at 131, so meaningful movements can still happen, but a range environment often comes in bursts after a lot of indecision, not as clean straight line. So today's structure, or basically just looking for the breakdown, watching to see which way we're going to end up actually rotating to and see what we can jump into. Professional traders today stay calm and selective. Market is offering information, not an opportunity. It's inside value, and the model itself is only mild pressured and with low confidence. Your job today is to let structure resolve and to treat no trade as a valid outcome if the acceptance never arrives. Success today looks like staying objective around 88,000, which is that gravity zone we were talking about with POC, and respecting the edges, the volume area high, the volume area low, and only carrying when price starts to behave like it actually wants to leave the balance. And if you want to see those volume area high, volume area lows on the chart, it's going to be these green lines here. Green line on top, purple line on bottom. Those are the volume area high is the green, and then volume area low is the purple there. So we're kind of watching the chart to see which direction we're actually going to pick, which direction we're going to go. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at for today. Nothing super crazy yet, but you know, only time will tell. So kind of watching it here as we go up. The market is looking more bearish. That's just kind of what we're looking at in general. So as we kind of like are watching around here for the trade to start happening, that's what we're seeing, is that bearish trend happening. And check out Sol and see how we're looking on there as well. Really need to get our indicators on here. And it actually, our indicators do work for oops. I don't know why I can't put these on the chart. Oh, whoops. Which was the other one that we needed? All right, and then the cool thing is you can actually go back to the site and get the same levels for the different charts. So we have BTC on there right now, but we can go ahead and switch that to Solana and just go ahead and initiate calibration. Same thing. Now we got our different support levels. Just copy the data and we'll throw it back into Solana now. So opening it up, check it in there and hit OK. And now our levels are all populated here on the chart. So we'll kind of pop these open, check it out. It's interesting, we actually are above our breakout trigger right here on Solana already. So kind of interesting because it is looking more like Bitcoin, where it's more bearish for today as well. If we launched the battle box, I'm sure it'd say something similar with the price today. But yeah, kind of interesting. So we got Solana on there now as well. And you can do this with a couple of different coins. Mainly, we stick to Sol, BTC, and ETH. Kind of just the top 3 contenders, easiest to kind of trade around with. But those are the 3 that we're kind of looking at as price kind of moves on today. So we got Sol on here now, ready to go. And mainly, like I said, we're still looking at BTC here, watching for that trade to kind of take place, see what's going to happen, see where we can jump in. Yeah. But yeah, not a lot happening here on the chart as we move into price today. Yeah, y'all will have to let me know in the comments what you're kind of thinking about today. Thinking we're gonna go bullish, think we're gonna go bearish. What levels are we gonna respect? Yeah, maybe just comment what you'd like to see maybe on the live stream as we're moving forward. Maybe you guys want to see some altcoins, see some different, whatever. Just whatever you'd like to see. Maybe some more TA following through with the chart. But yeah, mainly, that's kind of what we got for the live stream. We got that battle box all set up now. BTC is ready to move. We're just kind of waiting around, seeing where price action is going to head forward as we move on. But as of right now, we haven't really shown anything yet. So nothing crazy. We're just kind of watching price as we move through the charts here. But yeah, we are looking pretty nice here on BTC. Looking like a down trade. It's just, we got to confirm it. We got to move down and see kind of where price is going to take us. So right now it's still nothing really. Haven't really decided either way. Yeah, we're kind of just hanging around here until price starts to move. And it could take a while to kind of move. Like I said, typically you don't see any kind of movement or trades like that until after excuse me, around 8:30, 8:45, and that's typically when you see moves like that start to happen. You start to see a little bit of life, I guess, in the charts. Up until that point, we're typically kind of still setting up. 8 a.m. is kind of when you want to jump on, get the market kind of ready like we did here, and kind of just get ready for the day, start checking out the market, seeing what we kind of got on here, and then we'll continue to move forward until we actually get into whatever trade we're going to jump into today. So up until that point, though, you're kind of just hanging around waiting for price action to kind of just show you which way we're looking at going and which direction looks more promising, honestly. Still think the downside is looking pretty promising here on today. but we are waiting for that 8:30:45 candle here on the 15-minute, because that one's one of the more important ones as we're kind of moving forward here. We've kind of been working on a new strategy here, kind of blends with our old one, but been working on a new strategy with that 8:30 candle, 8:30 to 8:45 candle. But yeah, we'll kind of have to hang around and wait for that if we want to jump into that. Other than that, we're just hanging around, freezing our butts off here in Texas. A little bit tired too. Don't sleep as good in the cold, you know. It's too cold. It's so cold though. Like, I don't know. I think I like sleeping in the cold. You know, you get to wear your blanket. It's kind of nice. You're not like too hot, you know. But it's cold here now, where it's like blanket doesn't do much to help. Like, keep warm. Check out that weekly candle here. So yeah, and we can show you the cool thing with our AI with this too. So like I said, you can take a screenshot of this and we can go back to our AI here on the off of our website, and now that we've got it all set up, we can go ahead and send it a screenshot and say, hey, what do you think of that weekly candle? And it will jump back to us with basically a little bit of a breakdown of the weekly candle here. Weekly candle shows large range, heavy overlap and prominent wicks on both sides, with body sitting inside a dense prior value zone rather than resolving above or below it. That tells you that the week's week was active but unresolved. So weekly candles that form inside well trade value trend, blah blah. Okay, it's kind of jumping more into like the actual candle here. Basically what it's saying for this week is the market spent a full week searching for agreement, did not find it. I care about what happens after this range proves break or acceptance, but not about guessing which wick matters more. So essentially we're kind of range bound here on the 1 hour. We haven't really picked a direction quite yet. Kind of flat bottom and I would say flat top, honestly. Like, kind of come up and tested it with the wicks here, but essentially it's something like that. Kind of flag forming, kind of just range bound in between the two. Came up, hit it, and then we actually went up and tried to break through it and ended up coming back down and fully retesting it and then breaking down to the bottom again. So really just sideways on both sides, really range bound there. No kind of direction really here on the weekly as of yet, so really neutral. You could argue we're bearish just because of the pattern, but I would say more neutral than anything. Moving on to the daily here, what we're talking about. Daily's looking pretty similar here. We can go ahead and send our screenshot to AI to kind of see what it thinks. Go ahead and throw our thing in here. What do you think of the daily? Going to read the daily chart, same discipline away, asking what is resolved and what did not. So daily candle shows downward continuation pressure, but it's doing so into a dense prior value cluster, not into an open space. You can see the range compressing as price trades back into a band where lots of business has already been done. That matters because situation behaves very differently inside value than it does outside of it. Body is not expanding away from structure, it is settling into it. So really we're just kind of testing that trend line that we were kind of talking about. Candle leans bearish in context, but does not grant permission by itself. So the candle kind of increases that bearish pressure, but it's not resolve structure. It's question candle on an answer candle. So essentially you're it's starting to say it's looking more like a downside there, but it's not really confirmed it. So we're showing that we're looking more down, but not confirmed by any means. So we'll kind of just wait and see what price ends up actually telling us, and we'll continue with that there. So that hopefully that answers your question on weekly and daily candles. But yeah, basically we're leaning more bearish, but we haven't confirmed fully being bearish. We're just kind of in that neutral zone there. So overall, the higher time frame is looking kind of neutral to bearish. Still looking like we could possibly get a little bit of a drop lower here. Will we get that today though? We'll see. I don't know. It is looking bearish, like we've said, but will it go bearish? I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll see which way price action tends to break out here. But yeah, that is where we're looking here. That's kind of what we're doing. We got started on that 8:30 candle here on the chart. We'll see where price action ends up kind of telling us what we're doing. Yep, hunting time. Basically, whenever this 30-minute close or this candle closes, we'll be marking the top of the bottom and then looking to then we'll be looking to kind of jump into something depending on whichever direction it picks. Is kind of our new strategy we've been watching, not confirmed yet or anything. We haven't really set it in stone. We're planning on actually like kind of fitting it into our whole protocol on our site, but as of right now we haven't really confirmed anything. So still just kind of testing it, back testing it a little bit, but that's kind of the basic idea. So if you want to kind of watch it with us or kind of jump in, back test it yourself, that's where you can kind of do it. But yeah, we will be marking the candle here in a little bit. Go ahead and mark our opening candle for today. So that's 7:30. Yep, just like that. That tells us where price action opens today. And then we're gonna throw on, some Alt J's, and I'm gonna change the color of these to something I don't have on my chart. I guess pink is fine. And we'll kind of just mark these, and we'll probably have to move them as price continues to kind of move out, but that's where it is as of right now. That can extends the range down, down, down. And then once these are set in place, once this 30-minute candle, 30-minute one, once this 40 Wow. Once this 15-minute candle closes at 8:45, then we'll be having those levels set in stone, and we'll be looking for the trade. Either way, really, which way is it going to pick that direction, and we'll be looking to get that trade started on there. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh. Yeah, it is chilly in here. You can definitely tell, like, whenever you're like sitting there and your shirt gets pulled up a little bit or something like that, you know, you can just feel the like draft blowing right on your back. Just get pretty chilly. I think it's just like I don't know. It's just like I don't know. Texas weather, it's just different. Like, we used to live in Oregon actually, so cold's not that crazy, but it's just a different kind of cold here. Like, it gets cold and it's like really cold here. I don't know how to describe it. It could have to do with like humidity or something like that. I don't know, but it's definitely a different cold. You know, I mean, it was always cold, you know, like 19, it's just cold no matter where you're at, but it's definitely cold here, and I don't know why too, but the storm has made it like even worse. Like, we were at I don't even know, like 17 yesterday, but it was saying that the feels like part was at like 8. So I don't know, it's just crazy how it can be like that. It could have to do with, you know, all the sheet of ice on the ground. Maybe that like makes it a little cooler too, but I don't know. It's cold out. That's all I know. Hopefully it's supposed to start to kind of warm up today. Maybe get a little bit of that ice off the roads, thaw out people's pipes and stuff a little bit, you know. But we'll see. And we're in like central Texas, so I don't know how bad maybe northern or southern Texas was kind of hit. Assuming northern is probably the worst one, you know. But I don't know. It'd be kind of interesting to kind of see what happens here. I haven't heard as much as the snowstorm we had a couple of years ago, but it is interesting. I think people were a little more prepared for it this time too as well. Making a pretty decent range here on the 15-minute with that 8:30 candle that we were talking about. 8:30 15-minute candle that we were kind of talking about putting the range on, that I've kind of been following here on the chart. Yeah, we're getting pretty low on there, so we'll see kind of how price behaves as we continue. Breakdown. Yeah, I think most of the country got hit with that snowstorm too. Some type of snowstorm at least. So you'll have to let me know how it snows is around you. If you're freezing out there watching our live, suffering through it, you know. Let's go. We got. Yeah, we're suffering through it too, just to film. You know, freezing a little bit cold. But we got our coffee here ready to go, so no point in complaining too much. You know, didn't have a nice warm drink, it would be a little bit worse. So it's not quite too bad with our coffee in hand. Something to kind of warm you up a little bit on a cold day like this. Yeah, really here, you know, all the ice is kind of melted already. We're just kind of waiting for our driveway to kind of clear off. That's really the bad parts. Most of the roads are actually not too bad, but the driveways and maybe some of the like off roads. That's where you'll kind of get it, because it's just you know, frozen and like very thick ice still, so a lot of slipping and sliding. But yeah, hopefully that'll all clear up here pretty soon. Got 5 more minutes till that candle closes, and we'll see where we're sitting for today. See what's happening. Spirit Maker's excited for that candle to print out, so we're kind of just hanging out waiting for that candle to close. Once this candle closes, that'll kind of tell us what we're looking at for today. And like we said, really it's just showing which direction price is going to pick, and then you'll want to kind of jump in on those two 50-minute closes below or above, whichever way, and then that 5-minute retest, and we'll be jumping in. But as of right now, yeah, we're just waiting 5 minutes. Actually, it's more like 3.5 minutes or so now until this candle closes. We'll get a little taste of what the range is going to look like for today, and see where we can kind of get that close happening. We are looking bearish overall, though, like I said, so I don't know, we'll see. And we can do the same kind of thing here on Solana, so we'll go ahead and mark these up. Same thing. Go ahead and throw our 730 candle on there too. Whoops. Hey. Yep, we got our 730 candle on there now, so that's kind of what Sol's looking like. We got our candle marked out here on our range, and we're kind of just waiting for this one to check out our Bitcoin one again. Yeah, it's looking like that's about the range. Could get a little bit more volatility here, kind of move the range out a little bit wider, but that's kind of the basics of the range. So if you can see it, the two purples right here, one down here and one up here, that's our range for today. And that's kind of what we're looking at. We got them on there, so we're not, just kind of sitting around waiting. About another minute and almost 2 minutes now till that candle close. Makes trading easy, you know, when you can kind of just sit around, enjoy your coffee, try to stay warm, and just watch the charts, you know. Not a whole lot you really got to do. That's why you want trading to be. If you're trying to jump in, do a bunch of stuff all the time, that's when you kind of end up losing a lot of your capital that you're making. It's always better to sit back, just let your system work. Jump in when your system says to jump in, and stay out when your system says stay out. It's really that simple. I mean, after you kind of gotten your system the way that you want it, that's really all you have to do. So we got our levels on there. Now we're just kind of waiting around, making sure when we get to close on our actual level, and then we'll be just watching for a break of that level, honestly. So we got our level there, and we're sitting. It looks like we might get a little bit more of a down push here on our range before the candle close, possibly. Kind of just froze. There we go. A little bit more of a down push. Woo. All the way down. Ooh, past the breakout level there, so pretty interesting there. Set up right there on that breakout level. 15 seconds. 10 seconds now. Still moving down, I guess. And that's basically our range there. There we go. Next candle. Now we're kind of sitting right here on this range. Head to that 5 minute. So that was kind of the first candle, you know, outside of our 50-minute 50-minute close below our breakdown level. I wouldn't count that as the close. So if I was to watch it for that, I would say we need another 15-minute close below or two more, and then we need that 5-minute retest there. But for sake of kind of checking it out early on our more advanced system, we call the Predator system, we're kind of looking for the 5-minute close below this or so, and then that's really going to kind of tell us what market direction is going to take. So if we're looking to take our easier going system, then that'll kind of tell us that we're looking for that down run. It'll also kind of already be setting up for you to jump in on your 15-minute close and 5-minute retest. But for us, that'll just tell us which direction we're going to go. We could break up to the upside too, and that would tell us the opposite. You know, we're going to continue up, break through this breakout zone here on the top. But I would say still more than likely we're looking for the bearish move down. Still haven't changed my mind about that. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Yep, you know, that's what you do. You kind of sit around, wait for the next candle, and then it closes, and then you're waiting for the next one, you know. Kind of just goes just like that. Nothing really too much you can do as you wait, so we're just waiting for price to kind of tell us which way we're going to go. See what we get here on 5-minute. Looks like we're about to get that close below. I bet Solana is getting something similar to that. The exact ranges here on Solana. We're gonna get that breakdown there too. Bouncing back and forth between the two charts. See what happens. Kind of watch it up until that 9 o'clock probably, and then we'll end up jumping off the stream. Go warm up a little bit. You know, start a fire or something. I don't know. Start a fireplace. Get a little warmed up. Warm up the hands a little bit, you know. So we don't get any kind of, I don't know, keyboard injury or something. I don't know. But, you know, kind of warm up, kind of watch chart as it moves and see what happens here. Yeah, I don't know. It's not. I'm still thinking to the downside, but it's looking like we might have to wait a little bit before we get that, especially with 5 minute kind of behaving like this, we'll see which way we can kind of end up breaking up. We'll see. Yeah, we're really waiting for this 5 minutes to kind of behave, tell us which way we're gonna go, which way we're gonna close. We got another 15-minute candle forming, and we got our handles on here ready to go. Let's check that 30-minute range here. Mark our 7:30 candle so we can kind of see where we're going. Ooh, excuse me. Add some extra lines to our chart, you know, who knows. Always helps to have extra lines on there. Keeps the price a little more well behaved, you know. And we can go ahead and do that also to our soul charts here. So head to that 30-minute, go to that 7:30 candle, and we'll mark the high and the low. High and low. Back to our 5-minute to watch price action. So we're waiting for the breakdown in both charts. Once we get it here, then that'll be looking like it's trade there. Yeah, kind of just hanging out, waiting to see what price action does. Not a whole lot to do on the live stream after you kind of get to this point. Well, I'm just kind of watching and waiting. Kind of hang out for another 5 minutes or so, see where price action takes us. But yeah, there's just not a whole lot going on. You're kind of just hanging around, waiting, watching price action, kind of chatting a little bit, just chilling out. Yeah, at this point we have the chart all set up, so it's really just a matter of which way are we going to go as price action continues to break out. But it's really not too interesting, so we might actually just close the stream after this candle. We'll let y'all watch the last 5 minutes or so by yourselves. We are waiting for that breakdown here, like I said, below both of our levels here, the purple and the pink dashed line here. We're waiting for that breakdown below those to kind of confirm just that we're going to continue down. And that should tell us that we're going to get that 15-minute closes and the 5-minute retest there, and we can go ahead and jump into that and take it down. But yeah, I mean, that's really it for the live stream here. That's kind of what we're watching for. If you guys want to get a little bit more of a recap than we did on here of yesterday's price action, make sure you check out our daily recap coming out here at 10 o'clock. always have some good TA, good information in them, and also if you're trying to use the battle box system, it just helps out with that. Teaches you kind of what to watch for, what we're watching for throughout the day, things you could ask your AI, stuff like that. So definitely check that out. If you haven't ever checked out one of our recaps, then definitely check that out. Or if you're just interested in learning a little bit more about TA, check that out as well. Other than that, we got another live stream here at 8 o'clock tomorrow. We'll be back on here jumping on the charts. Hopefully it'll be a little less cold. We won't be freezing as much, but that is to be determined. So yeah, we'll have to see what price is like on there. But for right now, yep, we're watching those candles, and we'll see how today goes. So thank you all for watching. It's looking like we're actually gonna get a little bit of breakdown here right now, but yeah, thank you all for watching. Make sure you watch those charts, watch the levels I've been talking about, and yeah, stay safe out there, stay warm. We will catch you all yeah, tomorrow. So happy trading to y'all. Bye.